to Friday Night Live. And I'm holding this for a reason because you may notice the background is very different than it usually is. And that is because I have some special guests. They're gonna probably kill me for showing them, but I don't care. All right, so here's Elaine. Elaine is one of my team members. She's from Vermont. And this is Tony. Tony is my sister, my much older sister. Anyway, sorry, couldn't help that one. So tonight is going to be a very quick project because I have guests. And I need to also put the finishing touches on my launch party that's tomorrow. We're going to be playing bunco and having fun. And I get to play because there is a spot for me to play. So I'm excited. I won't win anything, but everybody else will win something. And I know that Tony and Elaine will probably get ugly. They'll be fighting over things and trying to get that bunco die, the fuzzy die. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But if you're playing tomorrow, you'll find out. So anyways, let's get started. I'm going to put this in the holder. So if you get motion sick, close your eyes for just a second. All right, and my setup is a little bit different, so I'm going to try to adjust the lighting. That's a little bit better. All right, we are using Berry Burst for our color tonight. This is going to be a monochromatic project. So I'm using a base of Berry Burst, and I'm bringing in the, you know what, that's not the right color. Hold on. I'm bringing something in. So these are the brights, the 6x6 brights package. And so there's Berry Burst in here, which is the one I really did want. So we'll take that out. And I need 2 of those because we're going to make something that has, no, you can't have it yet, Elaine. We're going to make something from this one sheet. We'll all be able to make a project from this one sheet of cardstock. So let me show you what we will be making. Oh, you know what? I need to call you guys up on my iPad so that I can see what you see and make sure it all looks right. So let's see if I can. Oh, how do I even get there from here? Yikes. Let's go to this one. Okay. All right, so this is what we're making, and this is in Poppy Parade. And it's just, you just open it, and it's a gift card holder. Or you can put money in here, either one. Now, I've closed this with a very small Velcro dot, and these are clear dots. I ordered them off Amazon, but you know, you can get Velcro dots anywhere. But I like these because they were clear, and they were small, and if you can't even see the Velcro portion on the bottom here. You can on the top, but you can't on the bottom, which I like that. So anyway, we are going to start, and we need a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 inches long. So this is 8.5 inches wide, so that's good. And then we need it 3¼ inches wide. So we'll go ahead, and there's one for Elaine. Now, they're probably not going to make a peep tonight, but they are not quiet people.
Thank you.
There's one for my sister Tony. And here's one for me. Now what you need to do is you need to score it at 2.5 and 6.5 on the long side. So 2.5. Remember, not the dark one. You want the light one. 2.5 and 6.5. So if you are watching and you're coming to my launch party tomorrow and playing bunco, hey, let's have a little shout out from you on here. Give me a thumbs up or a heart or put a comment in the chat section, you know, something fun like that. Oops, I just got rid of it. Oh, there we go. I don't know.
What was that measurement?
2.5 and 6.5. So what you'll end up with, and it might be a little bit difficult to see this on the screen, is you will end up with I'm trying to call it up on my iPad. 3 sections in here. And now that I folded it, you can probably see that one is a little bit wider than the other. This is 2 inches wide, and then this is 2.5, I think. So then we're gonna take, after they're done scoring, we're gonna take a designer series paper. Now, what's nice about the Brights is it contained
Just water, folks.
we're okay here. We're okay.
I don't know.
We're gonna have lots of fun tonight, I think.
I don't know how to use this thing.
2.5.
6.5.
2.5.
So my
2.5.
sorry, this is just a fun night for us. So anyway,
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's doing anything.
we are going to you can use whatever side obviously that you would want to do, but you're going to
2.5.
cut your designer series paper into a piece that is 3 inches by 4 inches. Now I want my pattern to run this way. So I want to cut my designer series paper down the middle right here. So what's nice about this is I can get 2 out of one of these sheets. You guys almost done? Please pause.
I'm in bed.
You know, I almost.
I think.
Now, if you were doing this at home, what you should do, but I wanted to make them work a little bit, what you should do is score on the 8.5 inch side all at once and then cut it into the 3 pieces. Wouldn't that be better? So I'm going to cut this into a 4 inch, and then I'm going to cut it right in half, 3, because this is, so now I have these 2 pieces. And I'm going to cut 4 of them. I don't know if you heard that, but Elaine said, I think I might have screwed up the
6.5.
6.5 one. Well, we'll see, won't we?
It's hard to tell on that.
All right, so now that you've got your 3 by 4 inch piece, you're going to cut this on the 4 inch side at 2 1/4. So you're going to get one that's 2 1/4 and one that's 1 3/4. We just got done eating, so yeah, that's right. So I'm just going to pass this along to them. So let me cut again with you. You're going to cut along the 4 inch side. You're going to cut at 2 1/4 inches.
Yeah, I did it right.
And if you pass that to Tony, please.
So that goes there, and this goes here.
And you can make adjustments as you need to, but this is made to hold a credit card, so it's sized pretty well for that.
Does it matter which side you use of the paper?
It does not. You can use whatever you'd like, especially since the other side is hearts that go, they're not directional. They kind of go any which way.
I'm gonna do hard.
So remember, you have a small one and you have a large one. So you're going to take the smaller designer series paper piece and you're going to go ahead and put that on the smaller end. And you're going to take the larger one. And what are we going to do with this one? My helpers are no help.
Oh, you're asking
But you're going to put it on
on
the
the larger.
larger end. That's correct. We're almost done. I mean, I told you this is a quick project. All right, so we have this piece. Oop, I got a little thick on my glue. I'm gonna have to take my adhesive eraser and erase that off. And it's just gonna close just like this. So one thing I forgot was the basic white, and I was wrong. I do need another piece of berry burst cardstock. Be right back.
Then this was on the top, right?
This is here.
All right, so I've got my berry burst here, and
Am I doing this right?
Let's see. Yep.
yep, you're doing it right.
Yes.
So we're going to take a piece of basic white, and we're going to get out our circle sayings. This is a brand new photopolymer set out of the annual catalog that just went live a couple days ago. And we're going to be using this little cupcake and this celebrate image. So the celebrate image is in a circle, which makes sense because this is circle sayings. Next week, I will show you some of the samples that I've made with this. I don't want to spoil the surprise for those coming to the launch party. I'm going to take our Berry Burst pad. We're going to ink this up and stamp it onto our basic white. Now the circle sayings comes as a bundle, so it comes with, if you get the bundle, a 2 3/8 inch punch, circle punch. So you're going to punch that out. I hope you're still following along with me. My iPad keeps turning off, so poo-poo on that. Now let me pass this along. Now we're gonna take the cupcake, but let me just show you some of the other things. Now, most of you know I live in a beach community, so I love this little sun with the wave. It's nice little seashells too. And then there's some flowers and lots of great sentiments. So if you are someone who's fairly new to stamping, this gets you covered for a lot of occasions. There's, obviously birthday, but there's also just a, kind of a thinking of you sentiment. I mean, there is one that says thinking of you, but also, sending you a smile or sending you a warm hello. And then on the inside, you can write, because you're awesome. And you can make it a thank you card. So it is a very versatile set. If you see this little symbol down here, that means it was designed it was designed in part by a demonstrator who reached the 1 million sales mark. I did not look up who that demonstrator is for this set, so sorry about that, but congratulations to her. But we're going to take this little cupcake, which is really, really cute, and it's going to fit right inside there. So my sister is done stamping now. Don't close that up, Tony, because then we're gonna stamp some more. And I'm gonna clean my stamp. Now this is Berry Burst, so it's in the reddish family, which means it's going to stain. Oh, did I get it too close? I did. Well, Tony, you can stamp afterwards. You can redo it. She got too close to the edge. So we're going to ink up her. And you can decide how you want this. I think I want that celebrate up at the top. I'm just going to stamp that right in there. And see, this can be a really, really quick project. So, sometimes you see birthdays coming and you've been invited to a party or something and you see it coming and you know about it, but that doesn't mean you do something about it. So
Is this the one you want?
this is nice and quick. No, this is the one I want. So I happen to have an old 2.5 inch circle punch from Stampin' Up. We currently don't carry this one. We have a couple others, smaller ones, but they are unfortunately currently on back order. But you can use your circle dies or anything that's a little bit larger than this 2 3/8 inch circle. And you're going to punch a circle out of that Berry Burst cardstock. So I'm going to do the work for my friends. You're going to attach this on here. We'll just use some glue. Whoop, pass that along. All right. So when we are dealing with this, we now need to make it have a pocket. And probably the best adhesive for that job is tear and tape. It's a nice strong adhesive, and best part is you can tear it with your fingers. That's how it gets its name. We used to carry something that we all called red liner tape. Its real name was sticky strip, and it had this red liner to it, and it was just, you had to cut it, and it was so staticky it always stuck to you. So you're going to make sure that that's stuck down nice and strong there. Remove the backing. And then you're just going to fold this up. Now notice I did that on the wider section. The wider section is your bottom flap that folds up. We need to adhere our circle to the front, but you can't put adhesive all over the back, because if you're gluing it to both these pieces, you're not going to be able to open this. So if you want to keep it safe and you don't want people to spend their money,
I think just on the sides.
then you can just do that.
Tear and
Glue
tape
it all
just on the sides.
just on the sides, just like that other thing that you just made.
Okay.
So I'm just putting this on the top, and I'm going to adhere that right there. So let that set up for just a second. All right. And now the trick with the Velcro dots, what I like to do is make sure they're lined up, because they don't always line up and they don't always stay lined up. Like, they stick to themselves. So we just had a really nice dinner. We got lobster to go, but the lobsters were mean and they cut up my hands a little bit. They're pokey. But who had the last laugh? Those of us eating the lobster. So there's one for Elaine, and there's one for Tony.
Where's that other stamp go that I have to redo?
I took it off.
Yeah, where is it?
I'll put it back on for you in just a second. I don't know
Okay.
where it is. Oh, it's right here. There you go. So on this Velcro piece, if you try to peel them apart just a little bit to take a peek, one of them is more clear than the other. That's the one that you want to go down on this side. But to adhere, what you want to do is you want to take off the backing of the whiter side and put that right here. And then you take off the other backing, you close it, and now you have a little piece that stays shut when you close it. And see, here's a little gift card, and it fits right in this pocket. Now, if you are giving the gift of cash, and you are giving a lot of cash, meaning lots of bills, not necessarily lots of, not necessarily a ton of money, but lots of bills, that'll produce something that's a little bit thicker, so you probably are going to need this to be a little bit wider. This is really meant to just get something thin in it. And if you wanted to, you could put a piece of basic white up here and write a note, add a little decoration maybe, but really quick and simple project for when you need it. How could you spruce this up? You could color your cupcake in a little bit. You could add some Wink of Stella, which by the way is on back order. Hopefully it'll be back in soon. But there you go. Now I'm going to turn the camera back around. Whoops, there's my light. So thanks again for joining me. For those of you who are local to me, which means, within half an hour or 45 minutes, I am going to be placing an order from the new catalog tomorrow afternoon, sometime between 3 and 4. And I'm going to expedite it because Stampin' Up! Is currently backlogged with their shipping. They've had now it's 3 really big order days, one of which was the biggest order day in their 35-year history. So they're a little bit backlogged. They're taking, instead of, 1 to 3 days to ship things out, they're taking, they say 4 to 12, but it really is closer to the 12. It's 10 to 12. So I'm going to expedite, which means that it's 2-day shipping. So it should take no more than 2 days for them to pack it and ship it, and then 2 days to get to me. So it should be here within 3 to 4 days. So it'll be here before the end of the week. Expedited shipping gets you to the front of the line. So if you want to get in on that, I will not pass on the extra charge for expedited shipping. I will bear that burden for you if you're local. It's a $23 savings. So go ahead and email me your order. You can't do it online. You have to email me your order because if you order online, the order automatically gets shipped to you and it won't be expedited. So that's all I have for that. If you have any questions, if you need a new catalog and have not yet received yours, please email me at stamperhood@gmail.com and I will make sure you get one. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather. We have earned it after so much rain. We will see you later. See you next time.